Welcome to Speak Easy Live. This is the Australia version. Hey guys, I'm here at the airport right now. I'm leaving for Australia and New Zealand for my birthday trip, and I want to kind of bring you along with me a different side of Speak Easy, just kind of like documenting a day in the life of Anna, the voiceover talent. Just waiting for my group number to be called, and I'm flying for better skies. I'm a nervous flyer, but hopefully it will be a short flight to Singapore. And I'll be on a bigger aircraft from Singapore to Sydney. All right, well, we're about to board. Let's see where I can take you.
For the Sydney trip, I booked with Singapore Airlines. Even though they don't actually fly direct from Manila, I know it sounds a little bit backwards, right? Instead of a 7-hour straight flight, I now have a 3-hour layover in Singapore, which actually makes the whole trip about 10 hours. But if you didn't notice it yet, I'm a nervous flyer. And sure, when I was younger, I would hop on those cheap flights direct to wherever without thinking twice and just bear the anxiety all throughout the flight. But these days though, comfort has moved way up on my priority list. Bigger aircraft, they just make me feel calmer. There's more space, it's a smoother ride, less of that flying in a tin can feeling, if you know what I mean. And honestly, Singapore Airlines just gets it right. The service, the food, the attention to detail, it all makes such a difference to me. So yeah, I'll be up in the air a little bit longer and I'll have more hours to spend on the trip, but I'll also be less stressed, well fed, and maybe even smiling when I land. And to me, that's actually worth every penny and every hour or second of my time. So that's why I'm choosing to pay a little bit more. It's really for my comfort and less anxiety.
Hey, just a quick stop at Changi Airport. It's a 3-hour layover. Let's see what we can see here. There's nothing to see here. I want coffee. Let's go look for coffee.
But instead of coffee, I decided to get some vitamin C into my system because the guy next to me on the plane was very sick. I think this is the longest layover I've had in Singapore, so it's time to explore Changi a little bit more.
This is the butterfly garden.
I really loved the garden. It was small, but there were a lot of flowers, and I love flowers, and the butterflies were so pretty too.
We are about to board this plane to Sydney. It's almost sunset here. Well, sun setting here in Singapore. So let's board the airplane.
Another thing that I learned about myself is that I'm an aisle girl. I don't like the window seat, I don't like the middle seat because I feel claustrophobic. And another way to calm me down is by fidgeting with my very pink friend here. His name is Yaksuk. He's filthy now because I bring him everywhere with me to keep me a little bit more calmer on flights.
So I made it to Sydney. It was an okay flight, not too bad. Sorry, I don't have my mic. Just wanted to keep my mask on because everybody's sick.
My friend picked us up from the airport and I'm also staying with her, but we have to get to the first stop of the day, which is a tour of the Sydney Opera House. We were waiting for the train a long time and we just decided to take the Uber so that we'll get there on time. And yep, we made it just in time. The tour has started, so we're each given headphones so that we could just listen to the tour guide while she's speaking on the mic, and so we don't disturb other groups. And it's just really, really informative. Let me just give you some really great information about the Sydney Opera House that I didn't really know about. The Opera House was actually opened in October 1973. It took 14 years to finish, a bit longer than the original plan of just 4 years. The design came from Danish architect Jorn Utzon. Now, his idea was inspired by the curved shapes of seashells. Very fitting for a country surrounded by beaches, right? But once construction began, the look also reminded people of billowing sails in the harbor, and so the nickname of sails for those seashells actually stuck. Now, those iconic sails are made up of over 1 million tiles. Now, these tiles aren't actually pure white, they're actually a mix of glossy white and matte cream. Now, the mix actually helps reduce the glare of the Australian sun, so that's why it's not hard to look at the sails because it's not too bright, and that's because of the mixed tiles. But this masterpiece wasn't cheap. It was meant to cost only 7 million Australian dollars, and I think it ended up costing 102 million Australian dollars instead. That's more than 14 times the budget. There's always something happening here at the Opera House, from opera to rock concert.
Welcome to Speakeasy Live. This is the Australia version, and right behind me is the Harbour Bridge. And I feel like if I turn this way, I can also show you the Opera House. So anyway, I'm here in Australia right now, and I feel like I didn't explain why I'm here. Well, because I have been wanting to travel again, and I wanted to kind of record some videos so that when I look back, I have something to show for. And I've always loved Australia. This is my 4th time already, and next month I am turning a year older and I will be headed to New Zealand. But for now, let me take you around Australia. Right now is day 1, and we just went through a tour inside the Opera House, which is right behind me. And I learned some very interesting stuff. So I'll take you along to other different parts of Australia. We'll be here for 8 days, leaving for New Zealand on Monday next. So there you go. That's what you have to look forward to. Do you see the seagulls right behind me? They're so pretty.
Had our fill of people watching at the harbor, we started walking from Circular Quay and made our way through the Sydney CBD. Along the way, we passed the Museum of Contemporary Art, which is always a striking spot, even if you're just admiring it from the outside. I just want to stay with
you. We are just walking around the business district area from Clark Quay. Clark Quay? No, this is Circular Quay. So have a look at these buildings. Aren't they beautiful? And it's like a museum. It's so cute. Let's have a look here at the standees. Coppers. So there's no itinerary. We're just walking around and seeing the city before it gets dark.
The the city center, you'll find trendy cafes, old industrial buildings, which I was geeking out over, but these buildings were turned into stylish modern spaces. Now, once you arrive, the Sydney CBD has this calm, upscale vibe, but still full of energy. Just walking around gave me a feel for the lifestyle here. You know, it's very relaxed, walkable, and a nice blend of history and also modern living.
Sydney has always had a special place in my heart. I really love this city. I even wanted to move here before, but now that I have two dogs, I can't seem to leave them behind. But if I was to live in another city, I think Australia would be one of them. So, what about you? If you had the chance to live somewhere else or anywhere else that's not your hometown, where would you live? Let me know down in the comment section. I'd love to check out the places where you want to go to. Look at this building. It's so awesome. So again, the weather is not cold, actually. You can survive without a coat. I mean, in my opinion.
So, actually, whether you're into good coffee, quiet harbor strolls, or you just want a breather from the busier parts of the city here in Sydney, the city center is actually a solid spot to explore.
So, let's go look for somewhere to eat. Late lunch, early dinner. Any suggestions?
We decided to go back to the Sydney Harbor because, according to my research, the golden hour here is just breathtaking.
We're here at Wild Burger near the harbor, and we got pizza. It smells so good. We got chicken wings, and we got a burger and fries as well. Wine for me, and a beer for Beth.
Sunset here did not disappoint. It was so romantic. But I hear if you want to see the sun actually go down, you should go to the Darling Harbor area.
So it's nighttime here, and have a look at that view. That's the harbor bridge, and we are on our way to have a look at the opera house at night. So let's walk there right now. But dude, honestly, Sydney, you are reminding me why I love you. Look at that. I think that's the harbor bridge with the Ferris wheel. Yeah, the place is happening, and it's cold. It's much colder now.
The Sydney Opera House and the Harbor Bridge at night are just something else. It's a different beauty from when you see it during the daytime, and we're glad that we stayed here a little bit longer than we planned to. But right now, it really is time to end this vlog. It's been a long day for us. We traveled from Manila all the way here. It was a good 10 hours, so we really must call it a day. But day 2 is coming up, so until then, cheers, mate.